Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Harriet. I'm just checking in with you all for my week 4 for my post-op of gastric bypass. Yeah, been really good week, feeling so much more like myself now. I think the difference between the 3rd week and the 4th week is quite a lot. I'm feeling a lot more confident, a lot more kind of just better in terms of what I've kind of worked out what I can eat, what I can't eat, like trying new things now, which is really good. Yeah, it's just been I cannot believe it's been 4 weeks already since I had my surgery. It does go really fast, but equally I think you really need that time. Like I actually go back to work next week. And I really needed that sort of time to recover. When I go to work, I have to do quite a lot of sort of heavy lifting, which is why I was off for quite a while. But yeah, I mean, I think for me, I mean, I'd never even had an anaesthetic before, so I really didn't really know what to expect, like how difficult it was going to be. So I think for me, it was like an added pressure of that as well, because I really didn't know kind of what to expect. I'd only ever had some sort of sedation with my teeth before, so it was really strange to kind of have that as well. But in terms of recovering, I feel like I'm probably about 85% there now. You kind of have to work out what you can eat, what you can't eat. So I'm on soft foods now, which has been really nice. So it means you can actually eat things like I've been eating a little bit of lasagna yesterday, which was lovely. Jacket potatoes, but without the skin, with beans and cheese or tuna mayo. I've also kind of started drinking tea again. So I think in one of my videos, I sort of mentioned that I'd completely gone off tea, which was really weird. I wouldn't say I'm 100% back to drinking tea, but I'd say that I will have a few and I'm kind of liking it. So maybe that is a taste that will come back. And then I've also sort of changed a little bit of like cereal. So I was just having Weetabix. But this week I've tried a couple of Cheerio bowls, which has been really nice. I'm drinking a lot more now. It's strange. Like I said, the week between 3 and 4, I feel like I can drink so much more this week than I could last week, which I think is quite normal. Over the next couple of weeks, it kind of in stages. You kind of get, you can do a little bit more each day. But yeah, no, recovering really well. I've actually got my appointment on Tuesday with my consultant. So that will be the kind of, I saw him in the hospital after my surgery and before my surgery, but I haven't actually spoken to him since I've had my surgery. So that will be quite an interesting appointment just to check everything's okay, which I'm pretty confident that it is. Like, I haven't had anything that, there's no major problems at all. As I mentioned in my other videos, just had problems with things like constipation, which is really normal from what I've read and what I've seen other people. And just working out how much you can eat. I think that is the big thing. When I first sort of came out of hospital, like, I could literally just manage like 2 or 3 little spoons of something. Whereas we're like 4 weeks in now and I can manage like 11 or 12 spoonfuls of something now. So I think it's important when you're having your surgery to remember that, it is going to be a really long journey. Like, I felt like that I was being way too impatient with, just thinking that it was a completely like quick fix. And obviously it's not. I didn't really have that sort of mentality. I wasn't sure what to expect. But I think, I know how much of a process it was going to be, like how long it was going to be. I think it was just when you're actually doing it, it's a lot different. And I think if you're considering having gastric bypass surgery, like, I'd say, 100% go for it. Like, the weight that I've lost already is crazy. Like, I would have never been able to have done that on my own. Like, I struggled for so long. But I would really stress to people that, please don't think that it's a get out of jail free card at all when it comes to losing weight. Like, you've got to remember that when you're having this operation done, you know, physically your body is changing, which is great because that's the whole point of the operation. But mentally, you're mentally not changed. You still have to do that. You still have to have that strong and will, you know, and be confident in what you're doing. But mainly, I mean, I think you really have to train your your brain to kind of understand that, you know, because when you do come out of surgery, you know, admittedly that you're not very well, but mentally, you know, you could say to your brain sometimes thinks, oh, I wonder if you could try like a pizza or something. But actually, in reality, you know that even if you did, one, you'd be really poorly from dumping syndrome, possibly, but also you would feel really rubbish and you'd only be able to eat 2 or 3 mouthfuls anyway. So actually matching your mental and physical mind is actually really difficult. So it's really hard to kind of be in that, no, you mustn't eat that, you need to concentrate. And to be honest, what helps me a lot is, one is my husband. He's so supportive of my surgery and what I've had done, which is amazing. And also the other thing that keeps me going is keep reading all the leaflets that they give you. So they gave me so many leaflets, like recipe books, all this sort of stuff. And the more that I read it, the more my brain sort of takes interest in that food that's written down, rather than thinking of food like takeaways and stuff. You know, I mean, I'm quite a big takeaway fan. Like, there's no point in me lying. Like, I love takeaway. You know, that is one of the biggest things that I probably was why the size that I was. But having said that, like, now I'm looking at it differently. Like, I'm looking at it that when we do manage a takeaway, I'm still going to be part of that. Like, I'm not going to be left out with our friends when we're sat there having dinner. It's just my dinner will be slightly different. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you know that you want to lose weight. So, you know, I think for me, like, I've learned a lot in the last 4 weeks and the 2 weeks before that. But yeah, I think, you know, I think if you are going to do it, great, 100% would support you on that. I think, to be honest, I think it's brilliant. There's no way that I would have lost that much weight on my own. And I'm excited to see where it goes. But then equally, I think just really try and prepare yourself mentally, because it isn't as easy as you think. It is actually really difficult to do. And I'm glad that I've done it, but it's been really difficult, and I'm sure there's much more hills to climb yet. So, but yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to get on. I'm sorry it was late. We had such a late one with the kids last night. We watched a Christmas film, which was lovely actually, but the kids then didn't go to bed till late and we were knackered, and I just didn't get around to videoing. So anyway, but I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a really good week. I can't believe it's nearly Christmas. It's mad. But anyway, like I always say, you know, questions or messages, anything like that, just let me know, and I will see you next week for another update. So hope you're all well. Take care. Bye.